Hey everybody, if you are joining, please say hi in the chat. Seems a little dark. Give me 1 second. All right, how's that? Can you hear me and see me okay? If you can, please say hi in the chat so that I know that everything's working all right. All right, I'm not going to linger for too long because I think it gets a little boring for the people that are watching later. But if you are just joining, I am going to be making a tag. And in my last live video, a lot of people were really interested in the waxes and the black gesso. So that's what I decided to do today. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do one, so I didn't give you guys too much of a heads up. So hopefully, oh, hi, Carrie. All right. Does it sound a little bit better than last time? Because last time I had my mic a little farther away. So I'm hoping that it picks up a little bit better. It sounded a little muffled last time when I was watching the live or the video over. So, but hello, the Space Monkey. And for those of you that watched the live video last time, I can't remember what day I did it. Sunday? Monday? I don't remember. But I fixed the Nightbot issue, hopefully. It had all kinds of things enabled, like using emojis, caps, all sorts of different things. So I don't want, I mean, for the most part, I think everybody is pretty respectful and nice. So I don't feel like I need to restrict any of that. But if there is an issue, I'll hopefully see it and I can do it myself. If you're just joining, please hit that like button. If you're new to my channel, I hope you subscribe. And I'm just going to be making a tag. So I was kind of trying to play around with how I wanted it. And this seems to be what I want it to sort of be like. I'm going to add texture and some lace and things on the back side. So it's going to be adding a lot of texture. Oh, drive safe, Stephanie. And I'm praying and wishing your dad all of good vibes and all that good stuff. I hope he's doing well. And I'm guessing this is going to be a little bit longer one, only because I have to glue everything down and things need to kind of sit for a minute, and then I'm going to add the black gesso and stuff. So hopefully you can catch it later. But if not, you can always watch it again. But all right, so I am going to dive in and get started. So this is just a Prima chipboard tag, and you don't have to use Prima. You can use a cardboard box, you can use cereal box, anything like that, and then you know, just kind of cut out your tag shape there. Hello, Kelly. I miss you. All right. So first thing, I am going to first coat it with black gesso, and that way it's not as hard later on. All right. So again, this is just a chipboard tag. You can use any type of, you know, sturdy-ish material that you would like. And I'm just adding black gesso to the tag. And then I have like art stones and stuff in here. And then that way when I start layering, it's not so hard to get the back. Sometimes I layer everything and then add the gesso after everything is done. Today, I'm feeling this way. Hello, Myrna. I hope I'm saying your name right. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Hi, Kata. I hope I'm saying your name right. Hi, Gail. Oh, I hope you join later. I know. I am actually really surprised that I'm liking the thank you. The live videos. I used to do them quite a bit for Prima a couple years back, and I was really nervous then. And then I stopped doing them, and then I really never wanted to do them again because I'm such a shy person. So, but I really like interacting with you guys and chatting with you guys. I don't even want to try to pronounce your name. Hi from Italy. Hi, Sunny, Sonika. Hello, everybody. If you're just joining, I hope you hit that like button. And if you are new to my channel, I hope you hit that subscribe button. And if you're just joining, I am making a tag. I'm using black gesso this time. And just coating the tag with the black gesso. And then I'm going to add some of this lacy material here. Let's see. And I love doing this type of project with the black gesso because you can add anything that you want, you know, and once you add the black gesso and then whatever type of paint you can use, really like heavy acrylic paint with, you know, like a sheen or like a shimmer to it, and get the kind of the same effect that I'm going to get with the wax today. Right, just trying to see how much I need. Scissors. I don't have any scissors next to me. So okay, and I'll try to say what I'm using, but after the video, I will definitely post all the links in the description box for you guys. And if you don't have black gesso, you can use acrylic paint, but make sure it's a matte acrylic paint, black acrylic paint. You don't want that shimmer, like not shimmer, like that sheen to it, or else it's not gonna be the same. I love this too, and I'm using it up very quickly. Although it seems really quickly, but I had gotten like a crocheted, really delicate, lacy valance, I think they're called, for a window from my mom, and I used it for years. So it seems like I am using it up, and I always get worried, but yeah. All right, so I'm just going to use some Fabri-Tac to glue this down. And I think I'm going to plug in my, excuse me, my glue gun, only because for the sake of the video, when I add all of these little pieces and stuff, it's going to take too long to dry. So this is getting a little clogged up here. But for the lace, it's fine because I'm going to be adding a bunch of stuff on top of it. Guess I should have put the glue on the lace instead of on the tag because I have so much glue marks now. That's all right. Okay, so last stream, people were asking, I think it was last one of them were asking if I've used the new Prima icing. I had no idea what it was, so I looked it up and I asked a wonderful friend, Karen, to mirror, and she said, yes, get them, you'll love them. So I put in an order yesterday, no, Monday, and at scrapbook.com. And so I will be getting those soon. And I got some of the new redesign with Prima molds. Couldn't pass them up. So some fun new things to play with soon. And if you're just starting mixed media, don't feel pressured or obligated to get, the name brand things. Use things around your house. You can use computer parts, string, all sorts of different things that you can use. And I think it's a good way to start dabbling in if you're just starting out doing this type of mixed media project. All right, just gonna glue this down here. All right, and I kind of like some of the little things hanging off a little bit. Not too worried about it. And I think I like that about mixed media is nothing has to be perfect, All right, I was a little worried about doing it so last minute and so early. Well, earlier than my last live, but it seems to be doing pretty well. So if you're just joining, I hope you say hi in the chat. And all right, so I am going to add a coat of gesso, and I'm going to add a little bit of water so that it can seep in all of that fabric, or else we'll be here forever. And I'll show you another little trick of mine if this fabric seems to be giving us a hard time. Because sometimes like lace and really thick material, it doesn't want to seep into the fabric really easy. So, and you don't want to add too much gesso or else it'll just look really gunky. And you really don't want that either. So, am I in frame? I hope I'm in frame. Oh, thank you for saying something about the heat gun because I didn't even plug it in. Let me plug it in really quickly. All right, so it can start heating up. All right, thank you, Myrna. I hope is that 2 E's in your name or just one? I have my glasses on and I can't even see the chat. I need to get my iPad and put it over here so I could see the chat a little bit better. Another day. I'm learning as I go, guys. Eventually, the lives will be great. Okay, so what I like to do is you can use any type of spray, but I like the Distress Spray Stain in Black Soot because it is matte. There's no shimmer or like mica powder in it. And when I'm doing the black gesso, I like to add, see how that just makes it black. Like almost instantly. It's almost better than the black gesso, but you definitely need the black gesso for this. All right. I'm very impatient. And the black soot does have like a brownish undertone, so it's not completely black, but I really like doing that so that it goes quicker. Mainly just like on my fabric. So. And I'm just kind of pouncing my brush on to get in all of those woven areas. Because the last thing you want on a project like this is something that is going to be white or pretty white compared to the black gesso. So you really want to try to get as much as you can covered, and you can always touch it up later, but it's easiest to try to get it done layer by layer. All right, hello everybody, if you're just joining. Okay, I'm going to turn on my heat tool really quickly. I hope it's not too loud in the mic because the mic is right here in front of me. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit. Okay. So, oh, I was trying to paint something that wasn't even connected to my tag. Okay, so the idea is when you're doing a project like this is to start with kind of like more of like a flat texture and then kind of build your way up, and it makes for a lot of interest. So next I'm going to add this frame, and this is a frame from the memory hardware line from Prima. And I'm just going to add it. Actually, I wanted to add string. Where's my string? There it is. To the sides. I love doing that. It just creates such cool texture. I want to kind of get a lot. Okay, if I'm missing any questions, I apologize. I'm wanting to try to get this glued down and painted so that I can give it a minute just to kind of dry. And then, so I'm adding glue to the back here where I want to add the string. And then that way it can hold where I want it. So we're going to start on the back. And it kind of takes a minute. When I do this in my videos, I always kind of edit it out because it takes so long. because I have to keep pulling it through. Or actually, and I'm not really concerned with it overlapping or, you know, being perfect. I think the more it's imperfect, the cooler it looks in the end. And this is just some like baker's twine or something. I think I got it on Amazon. Okay, while I'm doing this, I'll try to see if I can read the chat. And okay, chipboard tag, black gesso, Fabri-Tac adhesive, crochet lace, black gesso. Oh, thank you, Carrie, for answering that question. I didn't see her question. I didn't see Kim's question. I agree, Kelly. Oh, see, I can't chat and do this at the same time. All right. I agree with straight to the point of what I'm doing here. All right. But I will, if you're just joining, what I did so far is I have a chipboard tag. I gessoed it with black gesso. And I did add a little bit of the black soot spray so that it would go a little bit faster because of the fabric. And then I am now adding, come on, I'm now adding string to this tab or the frame so that, okay, maybe that's a good stopping point. All right. And yes, the glue that I've been using is Fabri-Tac. So, all right, now I'm going to do the other side, which I shouldn't, well, I guess it's still a little tacky. All right, if you're just joining, I hope you say hi in the chat. And if you are new to my channel, I hope you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to be notified whenever I upload. I don't know if it notifies when I go live. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, and all of the supplies I will try to list in the description box at the, you know, after. So you guys can check them out if you want. Okay. Sorry, hope you guys aren't bored. You guys are so quiet today. All right. Looks pretty good. Play around with it just a tad. And I want the top, the smaller portion, like the smaller flower area to be on the top and then the bigger flower area to be on the bottom. I feel that it looks a little bit better. And oops. I honestly didn't even really clean up from the last live. So I just kind of pushed everything out of the way. Oh, that's good to know. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, that's good to know that you guys are getting notified. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue to this. Okay, I need to get more hot glue, but see, try this to get it in the center as best as possible. All right, I'm gonna try to find some hot glue. Oh, here it is. Okay. Get all those stringies away. I used to use really only hot glue, but then I decided that I wanted something a little bit better. All right. So got all these stringies everywhere. So I'm going to paint this, the frame, and then the string. And again, don't feel obligated or pressured or anything to use name brand stuff. I always say this, that I think that sometimes people steer away from certain things that they see and they might want to try because they might be intimidated about what other people are using. But honestly, you can use anything for this type of project. This is just stuff that I have. So that's what I use, but you definitely do not have to use, you know, all name brand things, because it does get pretty expensive, especially if you're just kind of covering it up. And one of the things that I think that is really a good investment is the IOD molds, and I think it's now the redesign with Prima, because you can create your own molds, like your own pieces, instead of having, you know, acrylic pieces, because, or frames and that sort of thing, because they could definitely get expensive. So the clay is pretty inexpensive, and then what I do is I create a bunch at a time, and then I have them when I want to use them, and I definitely got my money's worth. So those are definitely something that I think if you can invest in, definitely some of those. And I did get some of the new ones because I could not pass them up. The leaves on a couple of them were just so gorgeous. So I'm supposed to be getting my order tomorrow, and I'm not sure if I'll do a haul video or not, but I might, just because it's new products. Okay, this is taking too long again. All right, so I'm going to add the Distress Spray stain. Just seems to go a little quicker. Okay. And for the sake of the video, the live, I'm not going to be too particular. Oh, it's a little crooked. About like the backside. A lot of times I'll paint the backside, but just for the video, I'm not going to do that right now because it's already gonna take quite a while to do this project. So, all right, I'm gonna see. Thank you, Hashani. I hope I'm saying your name right. I know, I'm so excited. I don't know why, but for a long time, 30,000 seemed like something that I was going to be really excited about. I don't know why. It's kind of an odd number, but hopefully one day I'll hit that 100,000, but my main goal is just to continue to create for myself mainly, but I honestly, it warms my heart when I can inspire somebody, or I mean, I'm not an expert on anything, but if I can share what I know with other people, because so many people have inspired me every day. See projects on Instagram and YouTube. So, all right, I'm going to heat this just a little bit so that when I glue the sticks and everything else, it'll hopefully stay. Hi, Deli. I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm horrible at pronouncing names and even sometimes reading. My kids are better. Sometimes they're like, no, Mom, this is how you say it, or this is how it's spelled. So, okay, this part's going to give me a little bit of trouble. All right, we'll touch up a little bit later because I could be here all day. All right. Hishani, did you retract your message, or is Nightbot being mean again? I disabled everything. Okay. Oh, one thing that I did see on the Nightbot thing, and it's going to be really cool, I think, is that after I think a few times of me doing a live video, it recognizes regulars. And then I think I can give you guys a little, like a little emote or something for by your name, I think it is. So that's kind of cool. So stay active and chat. All right. Going to add the sticks now. And I am only adding the sticks mainly because I wanted to add this and I needed something for it to kind of sit on. So I'm going to see how I want these. Okay. Right, I am using hot glue. I do recommend something else, although this won't be too bad. It's mainly if you're gluing metal, because the hot glue eventually will just kind of slide off and everything will fall apart. This is wood against fabric, so it shouldn't be too bad. It should be fine, but we'll see. Okay, and these sticks I got I believe at Hobby Lobby. But I mean, if you have lots of trees or something, then you could definitely go in your backyard and find some. Some sticks. You definitely don't need to purchase little twigs. All right, I have a lot of these glue gun stringies. So what I like to do is take my heat tool and then it kind of shrivels them up. So I'm going to use my heat tool. All right. Deborah, I am making a tag. So I'm going to be using black gesso. Whoops, sorry, I'm a little bit off camera there. And then I'm going to be using the Art Alchemy wax. So Moonstones asks if I had any formal training. That's a good question. I haven't had, I know this is a little bit different than like art you take in school, like art class. But I almost failed art in junior high and high school, but I always felt the need to be creating something. And then when I had my son, I joined some like play groups, and one of the moms was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and that's how I got into paper crafting, which turned into when companies started coming out with sprays, and I think it was like the spritz spray and what's that one, the angel one, I forget, but then that's when I started dabbling in using sprays, and then just kind of searched on YouTube, and I love watching people, and then I love trying my own thing to figure out what I like. And yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is really preference, I think, because it's all like what you like and how you want it to look. I don't ever compare myself to anybody else. Oh, this is crooked. Okay, the sticks might not stick to this. And just kind of playing around and seeing what I like, basically. So I hope that answers your question. And honestly, it's just kind of going for it. I was really hesitant to use black gesso for a long time. And then I kind of just went for it one day, and I love it. All right. These sticks are going to give me a hard time. I'm trying to fix that later. I was watching a stream last night. I was laying in bed and I searched mixed media on YouTube, and I actually found somebody live doing their first mixed media box, and it turned out amazing. And it was her first try at mixed media. So you just kind of have to go for it, you know? All right. And I am adding the gesso in layers. Sometimes, I said this before, but sometimes I like to add everything and then gesso everything. Just it kind of depends on my mood, I guess. I don't know. I do find that it is easier to add the gesso in layers because it's easier to get in and get more coverage. I'm going to flip it around. I can see, oh, yep, I missed all kinds of white spaces over here. Hello, Kanak. I hope I'm saying your name right. And Grazina. I don't think I'm saying your name right. I apologize. Hi. And anybody that I missed, hello. Welcome to my stream. All right, just trying to get in all of those areas in the back. Has everybody in the chat tried mixed media before? Or is anybody still debating? Deborah, it's a little what? A little black or not your preference? Oh, yes. So it is dark, but I am going to be using the Art Alchemy wax. And what that does is it highlights, so it highlights a lot of the texture on the tag. So you could see down here. So it's gonna look pretty cool, I think. All right, next I'm going to add this piece. I'm gonna add the hot glue and the Fabri-Tac. Just to make sure that it stays. Okay, and this is one of the molds that I created on my live stream a while back. Okay, and then I'm going to add this here. And mixed media could be all sorts of different things. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have one look. Which I think that's why I like it, because you can use the same things and do something totally different. Like I almost did one with white gesso, the exact same, and then one with black gesso, kind of how I did the tags the other day, to show you the difference. But I think I'll have to do that in a video, not in a live stream. Okay. Then I want to add, actually, I'm gonna use the gesso, and this is not sticking for some reason. .3D matte gel is great, but what is even better is, let me see, I always forget the name. If I can find it somewhere in here. It's heavy body gel. That stuff will hold anything together. Okay, I'm going to use the Distress Spray. That way things can go a little bit quicker. And again, you can use any black spray. I just like the Distress spray because it doesn't have any mica powder in it. And I don't really like sprays too much with shimmer to them. So I'm going to turn this around to make sure that I'm getting the back here. Okay. All right, I'm going to just trying to read the chat a little bit to make sure I'm not missing any questions. Okay, I'm going to heat this so that it dries a little bit quicker. So if you have headphones on, I suggest, because it will get a little bit loud. Okay, next I'm going to add this dragonfly. Okay, and then I'm going to add these little pieces to the side here. And I'm actually only going to use Deborah, I don't know if you can make your own waxes, but you can use acrylic paint that is like metallic. You don't necessarily have to use the waxes. I've done that in my videos as well. And it turns out amazing. So I want to add the heart. So I'm going to add a little bit of this. And then a little bit of hot glue. I haven't used hot glue in forever. Hopefully I don't burn my fingers too bad. Although I cook a lot with my fingers. So like flipping tortillas and things like that. So, and a lot of times, yeah, anyways, all right. Hi, Davida, how are you? If I missed you coming in, I apologize. Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining. All right, I want these. So I kind of want one here. And one up here. So it's just kind of crooked a little bit, but Right, I'm going to cut this off. And if you have any questions, let me know now because I'm going to let this dry just a little bit before I start adding the gesso. I'm going to let the glue dry a little bit. That way, whoops. So I drop it and then everything falls off. No. Okay, I'm just gonna try to catch up on the chat. I personally like the smell. I know people comment and say that they hate the smell, but I personally love the smell. So, yeah. The size of the tag. Yes, that's the best thing to do, Jean. I hope I'm saying your name right, or Jeanne. You can use all sorts of different things, and you would be surprised because black gesso hides everything. It's just, once you see after I start adding the wax, you'll see that just the outcome is just really cool. Myrna, that's pretty cool. I never thought of that. I'm not that great with that sort of thing. Kind of making my own. But that's cool. So beeswax and eyeshadow. So obviously like shimmery eyeshadow. That's really cool. Thanks for sharing that. Definitely gonna try that because, well, the waxes last forever, so I've had mine for a few years now. All right, this is 3.5 by 8 3/4. So that's the size. So it's a pretty big tag. So as you could see, I mean, my hand I have really long fingers, so how fun, Hashani. I hope you share what you make with me and everybody. Okay, I'm getting black gesso everywhere. That's okay. All right, I'm going to add the gesso to all of these metal pieces. Okay, I'm gonna do what's this, the distress spray? I don't think that oh yeah, it does. Just kind of sat on top for a second. Oh, I wonder if I added something to this. I have a bin of just all sorts of metal pieces, and if I've opened up a package of something and there's like one left, I'll put it in there. And this dragonfly was in there, and it's almost seems like it has some sort of resist on it. Okay. Just trying to get it all of the white areas. I'm going to touch up the sides here. And there's so many different ways you can do these types of projects. I like to have a focal point, but I know a lot of people just kind of use like recycled items and you do, I can't even talk today, and create like a really beautiful canvas with like items everywhere, and it just looks really cool as well. So just do you, I guess, do what you feel you want to do. And then if you end up not liking it, then you can always try something else another time. Okay, just a little bit of white here. And here. All right. So I'm going to use my heat tool, just giving you a warning. Okay. You, Carrie, you do not need the distress spray. I just like it because it is really, really black. And instead of me trying to add a ton of water to water down the black gesso to get full coverage on everything, it just seems a little bit easier to me. So that's why I do it. You definitely don't need it. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that everything's covered fairly well. I'm going to turn it around just to make sure. Oh, there's a little piece of something in there. There we go. So like I said, you can water down the black gesso, and it just is going to take a little bit longer for it to dry. All right, I think it's pretty black. What do you guys think? Okay, I'm going to heat it just one more time, just to make sure that everything's dry before I start adding the wax. Deborah, I did use like this lacy, whoops, It's like a shawl type of material. Well, it's not material, shawl material. It's like a lacy shawl. And you can, did you guys see that? That's crazy. My lights flickered. I think they're doing something. I live in a new construction area where they're building a bunch of houses. So I'm hoping that my power doesn't go off. Anyways, I used that. And then this is a resin frame, but you can use any type of frame or something because like I said, I like to have a focal point. So I'm trying to build up to the focal point, which is just the dragonfly with the heart in it. And so you definitely can use what you feel. Okay, I am going to use rose gold. And I think I have my wax. Yes. I'm going to move this paper towel out of the way, start new. Okay. All right. You guys ready? Let me see if you guys can see. So, I mean, there is still some areas, like I said, I wasn't going to bother with the back of the tag right now. I will definitely paint that black after, but it's pretty black. And the wax, and I did use, in one video, I did use some metallic acrylic paint. So you don't necessarily have to use the wax. Just something that is going to, oh, don't worry about it, Deborah. It's okay. And you can watch it over if you would like as well when it's done. All right. So what I like to do is I like to kind of gunk up my paintbrush more than it should be, and then use the cap of the wax to kind of get some of it off, I guess. And I want to start in the center because I want some of the areas to still be black. I think we'll see how when I start how it goes. Okay, so what I like to do is just kind of hover over and just barely start adding that wax, because you don't want to be heavy-handed or else you're going to get in all of those creases and defeat the purpose of doing a project like this, because you just really want to highlight all of the cool texture and cool things on all of the embellishments and stuff you added. Okay. And then I just continue to get the wax from here until I feel like I can't anymore. That way I'm not getting too much, because I don't, like I said, I don't want too much. Move this up. I'm going to try to get in under that tail because you can see it. Is it showing up good? Okay. Sorry, I'm so quiet. All right. And I'm moving the tag just a little bit so that I can make sure that I'm getting in all of the areas. So another question for you guys. Is anybody going to Creativation? Or have you ever gone? Before it was called CHA. Now it's Creativation. Kelly, you're going? Lucky you. I know, I wish I could go too. One day. I did go to CHA. They had one in Vegas. I think it was the last time that they called CHA during the summer, because it was not the big one during this time of year. It was during the summer, and it was when it was in Vegas. And it was so cool. Even though it wasn't one of the big ones, it was still really cool. I met a ton of people. Carrie, Sharon from Prima, Finnebear, which was amazing to see her. Met Tim Holtz. Heidi Swap. Who else? Who's that other really pretty lady? She has blonde hair. I forget her name. Not Heidi Swap, but the other one. Anyways, it was a lot of fun. Hopefully one day I'll go back. And during like the time when it's like this time, when it's the big one. Oh, okay, Kelly. I know, it's starting to look really cool. See, I had said that I wanted it all black on the bottom, but kind of changed my mind. So I'm going to flip the tag around so that I can make sure that I'm getting all the areas on this side. Oops. I met Lemore, if you guys know who Lemore is. I'm not sure if she's doing videos anymore. I miss her videos. She was really one of the main people back in the day, years ago, that really inspired me and a lot of people to try mixed media. She was like the mixed media queen. Yeah, it is exciting. Oh yes, I can zoom in. Let me do that really quick. I have to pull up the program. I should have thought about that. I am so sorry, you guys. All right. Let me pull up the program. And okay. Let me see here. It's not responding for some reason. Let me see what's going on. Yeah. All right, let me save it and see if it ends up. It's not zooming in anymore. All right. Okay, well, let me flip it around for you guys. So that's what it's looking like so far. All of that cool texture starting to show. And I hope you guys can get an idea, for those of you that haven't tried this, what something can look like. So you can, I mean, I always say this, but you can use anything that you want on this type of project, and then you just paint it black, and then don't go too heavy-handed with the wax. So that's the key for this type of project. I've done other projects where I combine two colors, but I think I just want to do one color. I might add a little bit of vintage silk just to highlight a little bit more, but I don't think it really needs it. Yeah, you can't go I mean, you kind of have to have like a way in, I guess. So, or like a store, so that, because I think if anybody was able to go, I think it would get too crowded. I wish they would have like a day open to the public or something, you know? I missed. Are you going to, for me saying Filmora is coming to do some workshops? Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That's so amazing. I saw her in person at the CHA in Vegas, just watching. I could have stood there all day watching her. She's just amazing, and she's such an inspiring person. She did come to Vegas a few years ago, I think, and I can't remember why I wasn't able to go, but I was really, really sad that I wasn't able to go. I'm going to clip this little part off here. Oops. Okay. All right. Oh, I forgot the inside here. Thought I was done, but I'm not. Okay, I'm just going to take it off camera just a second so I can look at it and make sure that I have all the areas. I want to do the sides of these. So so they're not left out. And I will go later and paint the back of the tag. It's driving me nuts right now. All right, any questions before I kind of say goodbye? Well, not right this second, I'm not leaving, but gonna wrap it up because I think, actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna add a little bit of the vintage silk. And you know, a good combination too is the Bronze Age, and you kind of try to mix them a little bit together, and then it looks really cool as well. So I'm gonna add a little bit of the vintage silk. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Just gonna just lightens it. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it because I can barely see it, but it just kind of lightens up just a tad. So hi Joy, I am going to be done soon, so I hope you can watch it after I'm done. I know I'll try to get better at planning my lives, but they're just kind of spur of the moment only because of life, you know. And my husband works from home as well, so it kind of sometimes makes it hard depending on what he's got going on. Although he's all the way on the other side of the house. Before, definitely everybody had, before when I did lives in our other house, everybody had to leave because if you made one sound, like everybody can hear. And my kids were a little bit younger back then too, so definitely didn't want them fighting or anything crazy. But they're both in school now, so, but I do help out a lot at the school. In my daughter's class and in my niece's class. So, and depending on if the teacher needs copies or, you know, things like that, then kind of depends on my day. But I'll try to get a schedule going and hopefully I can stick to it. I'm really bad at that, but I'll try. I feel like the top here is still really dark. See if I can. Oh, the second color of wax, it honestly was kind of pointless, but it was vintage silk. The first one is the rose gold, which I'm going to see what the Bronze Age will look like. Just let's see, because this is like a brownish tone. Well, obviously you guys can see it, but it will mix well with the pink. So all right, I don't have the patience right now for that. I need another cup of coffee. I should have grabbed one before I started. But all right. Oh, yes, I was going to answer that question, Jean. I don't seal my projects. I get asked all the time what sealant I use. I don't seal them. I don't really feel like I need to. Like Carrie said, it is permanent after, unless I know some people want to use it on furniture and stuff like that, and I think that's totally fine, unless it's something that you're going to be handling a lot during the day, like multiple times a day, every single day. But a tag, this is really crooked. I'm going to have to fix that. It's going to bug me. I like imperfection, but some things just I can't deal with. But anyways, what was I saying? It is permanent, so you don't have to worry about it rubbing off or anything like that. So let me show you guys up close. I'm going to put the focus back on, and then I'll show you guys up close, and then I'll be done. Let's see our focus. Yeah, I definitely needed to take it off, or else it would have been going crazy during the stream. Of course, and now it's not working. Come on. It might be too much contrast between the black and the light. Well, I'll try to post up close pictures and stuff so that you guys can see it. And I'll pull out my DSLR because I've been really lazy and using my my little point and shoot camera. I just display it, and then my mom will come throughout the year and kind of take what she wants, and she gives them as gifts to friends. They love them. So, or I will send them to people and they display them in their craft room. So it's just kind of like sort of like the same thing as a canvas piece if you were to do a canvas, just as a tag. So it is pretty heavy. So thank you guys so much. And thank you guys for joining kind of last minute. I know I sort of said that I might do another one, but I wasn't too sure. But hopefully tomorrow I will have all of my new goodies that I can play with. And then I'll try to plan another live soon for you guys to show you guys, because a lot of people have been asking me about the Finnabair icing, and I didn't even know that it was a thing. I was asking a friend and I'm like, what is it? So I'll play around with that. And let me know if you guys want me to do a haul video. I got some new Prima stuff. I got some of the new molds. I can't even remember what else I got, but I didn't get any of the new collections only because I got a couple of the last collections and I still really haven't used them up and trying to do better. Okay, so you'd like to see a haul video. All I need is one person. That's all I care about. If one person can, where can you buy the rose gold wax? I know it's sold out a lot of places, maybe Amazon, I'm thinking. Trying to think. I honestly, I think I am going to do a giveaway soon of different projects that I have made, only because I am getting a little bit too many. So maybe I will send it your way, Deborah. All right. See if there's any other questions. I will try to look. Kata, I hope I'm saying your name right. Joggles, I think, has Finnabair stuff, but it's hard for me to navigate that website, to be honest. I just want to search a general thing and then have a bunch of things come up, but it kind of searches for you. And yeah. I believe scrapbook.com doesn't, they're not, it's not in stock. The rose gold goes really, really quickly. I guess I should have used one that you guys could get, but I apologize. The rose gold was calling me today, so. Yes, I agree. It would look really good hanging on the wall. I am going to get some shelves in here eventually. We're kind of working on our closets and the kids' closets to get them organized. And then kind of my craft room is kind of the end of the list of things to do. But all right, one last look. This camera is something else. All right, haul video, please. Okay, yes, I'll do a haul video. So look out for that most likely in the afternoon tomorrow. I have a, my son has an orthodontist appointment tomorrow in the morning, and then I'll go to the post office, and then in the afternoon, I'll try to do the video. Yes, I am on Instagram, and it's just Tiffany Solorio Creates. Pretty simple, I think. Oh, yay, I hit my like goal. I set a like goal in my head, and I said, if I can get to 25 likes on my live video, I would be super happy. So I am happy either way. I love chatting with you guys and getting to know you guys. It feels really good to interact with you guys. I might, let me see, maybe Friday. I'm trying to think. I feel like I have something to do on Friday. Well, I'll try to schedule it, and then if you hit the bell button, they say that it notifies you. So when I schedule it, right, and then when I go live. So what would you like twice, Kelly? All right, I am actually, oh, sorry, you would like it twice if you could. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I am in Nevada, so it's Pacific time. And it will probably be around the same time if I do go live. I like this rather than, because the last one I was in such a hurry to get off and it went longer than I wanted. And my son was coming home, and then I had to go pick up my daughter from school too. So earlier is a little bit better, I think. And a little bit better for my husband as well, because I did it in a time where he normally takes his lunch, and again, he works from home. So, all right. If you just do my name, I don't know. It's just so I don't know. Use the hashtag Tiffany Solorio or Tiffany Solorio Creates. If you tag me, like I think it's at Tiffany Solorio Creates, I'll see it. So yeah. All right, I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you are watching this after the live, if you're watching the recorded version, I hope you guys hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And all of the supplies will be listed in the description box down below, as many as I can find. But again, don't feel obligated or pressured to use any of the supplies that I list. You can use any type of things that you find around the house. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for joining. I really, really appreciate it. And I look forward to hanging out with you guys. I'll catch you guys later.